this is where it gets really scary. So he's always barking, like every night. At least like every night my mom has to go down and check to make sure there's like no one in our house. And we'll hear footsteps too, so that's what he's probably barking at. And you know, dogs can sense things. Like they have a really good sense of if someone's there, so that's why we think he's barking. So anyways, my mom goes downstairs and she sees that Finn is barking in the sitting room, which, like I told you earlier, was the room that got added on in the 90s. And that is the room that I feel like it was the unsettled room, and there's probably a lot of spirits in there, like being frustrated. That didn't make any sense. But like there are a lot of spirits in that room, and Finn was just barking into the hall that leads to the basement. So like honestly, I don't even know what to think. There's literally like no explanation behind this one. Like there's nothing that could debunk this. Like my dog barks randomly at 12 or 3 a.m. every night, and it's at a wall. It's not at the door. So there you have it. It's not, or a window. It's not a window. It's not like he sees a car going by or like someone walking by. Like it's at a wall, a random wall. Terrifying. Okay, so, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and just like tell you guys about my Remember the Garage. So like I said, this is also I said keep in mind this is really important. So this video is so long. I apologize in advance if you are watching all this, but like it needs to be told. I need to get this off my chest. Okay, so I'm like having a panic attack right now. Okay. So the Remember the Garage. That's where the Big Bear grocery owner guy had his office. So, anyways, that door that's connecting to my room, which is even scarier, it will open and close by itself. I kid you not. And also to add on it, sometimes it opens because of the wind, because there's just like a draft in that room. So like I understand that maybe sometimes it's from the wind, but most of the time I know it's not, because guess what? It's not like someone, like the wind just like opened it. I can hear the door. I can hear the doorknob open. Like it makes a latching noise, like a, and then it's open slowly like someone's pushing it. It's not like the wind. It's like someone's actually pushing it. And literally it's so scary. Sometimes it will slam shut. Like that door opens and closes by itself so much. And the fact that it's where that guy's office was makes it even scarier. So it will just open and close. It will go, it will like creak. And it's not like, once again, it's not like the wind pushed it open. It's like someone literally putting their hand on the doorknob, which I can hear, and it opens. And then one time I was laying on the floor. I'll also get to the Snapchat. One time I was lying on the floor and I look up and the door opens, and my friend Anna was with me and she can confirm this. We see the door open and I see a pair of white eyes and a creepy white smile. I'm not kidding you. I'm not insane. Maybe I did imagine this, but like I was sitting right there and I look right up to see, and I always am laying on my floor right there. So that's freaking terrifying. And one time I caught an orb on video. You guys know orbs are like little spirits. There's probably orbs in this video. A lot of it's just fuzz, so if you see that, whatever. But like, I maybe can insert this clip too. I literally saw an orb flying across my room right next to that door. So my mom also has a story that I wanted to share. So one time no, not one time. This happens all the time. So in her bed, which keep in mind, she also saw the dark figure walking across. In her bed, she always feels someone like pushing on her feet. So she'll go like someone's like pushing on her feet, and all the time she thinks it's the cat jumping on the bed. So she'll look over the bed. There's no one there. It feels like a cat's jumping on her feet or like on the bed, and like someone's pressing down her feet. I've had that happen to me once, I think. One time that happened to me, and I was so scared. But this happens to my mom like all the time. She says like she'll feel a cat, or like it was like a cat jumping on her bed, and she'll look down, there's no one there. And my dad, and also she'll say it's before my dad comes to bed. So it's not like it was my dad moving or like his feet or anything. It literally, she was alone in her room. And she also was alone in her room. She saw the dark figure, so it could not have been anyone. And she feels the cat jumping. And she looks down, there's no cat. That's freaking... Wow, I love all the noises my house is making. All right, this one is by far the scariest, so prepare yourself. Yeah, just a forewarning. All right, so in my bathroom, which I also told you was really haunted, like I always feel like someone's watching me, and I know it's like a common feeling, but like literally all the time in my house I feel like someone's watching me. Like when I'm sleeping, I'll like be very paranoid and I'll like hide in my covers because I feel like someone's watching me. In that bathroom when I'm taking a shower, I know it's like common too, like a lot of people think someone's watching me, but I like know, like I just feel it. And like whenever I'm washing my face, I close my eyes, I feel like someone's there, and I know it literally sounds like I'm insane. I'm not, trust me. So one time the hair dryer, all of a sudden, I was in the hall downstairs, so I was laying with Finn, so it couldn't have been him. And my mom and dad were downstairs. No one was upstairs. My brother was gone somewhere. My sister was gone somewhere. There was absolutely no one upstairs. All of a sudden, I hear the blow dryer turn on, and I was confused because my mom was down there. No, I got that confused. My mom and dad were in their room, but that's not close to our central bathroom. All right, so it couldn't have been my mom, and my mom told me she's scared. So all of a sudden, you hear the blow dryer turn on.
That you had you could do so.
I'm like, huh. So I go upstairs to see if my mom's blow drying her hair, because normally she is. There's no one there. The blow dryer is just sitting on our little like bin thing we keep it in, and it turned on by itself. Now that thing is not something that accidentally turns on, like something bumps it. It takes a heavy force to actually push the button to turn it on. So it's not gonna accidentally turn on. It turns on by itself, and my mom and I were spooked. I looked at her, she came in and she looked at me and she's like, "Did you turn that on?" I was like, "No." There was no one there besides me, my mom and dad, and Finn. And like obviously the freaking dog couldn't do it, and my dad could care less. He never dries his hair. He was in the room with my mom. It's just not explainable. And then this literally just happened probably like 30 minutes ago. Anyways, I was sitting right there playing the freaking piano. I was in the middle of a song, and all of a sudden it turns off. And it's battery operated. It's not like it's a plug, so it couldn't have come unplugged. So I like am so confused, and like I was like, wait, what? And so I thought maybe the batteries were dead. So I was like, okay. So I literally, you have to hold down you also have to hold down the button to turn it off. It's not just like a push that I could have accidentally hit. Like it literally, you have to hold it down for like 3 seconds for it to turn on or off. And so I turn it back on again, and it works perfectly fine, like nothing happened. It's not like it was glitching or anything. Like, brother, just my brother, calm down, brother. You guys probably gonna like laugh at me like you're so paranoid, but like honestly, if you live in my house, you don't understand. Okay, so the thing turns off by itself, and I'm in the middle of playing it, and I turn it back on. It works perfectly fine. Like it acts like literally nothing happened, and like it takes also a heavy force. It's not gonna accidentally turn on or off by itself. Like you have to push it down too. It's not just a tap. So that literally just turned off in the middle of my playing, and it's gonna sound like really dumb, but I feel like the ghost was like mad that I was playing it. All right, so that's that. I have some other stuff. Oh, okay. So this is not really anything that's happened, but it's creepy. So in my basement, like I said, in the laundry room where my mom heard the footsteps, and it's also where the safe is, like near it, there's a door. And maybe if I'm not too scared, I can go down there and insert another clip right here. But there's a door in my basement that we can't open. Like there's keys to it. It's like locked. Like, and I'm afraid there's a freaking dead. My brother's scaring the shit out of me. Okay. I'm afraid that there's like a freaking dead body. Who knows? And I like tried to look through. Okay. Also, I forgot to say, there's little like jail bars at the top of it. Like there's a little square like this big at the top, like a vent almost, and there's literally like jail bars, and it looks like rotten and like dirty inside. So I've tried to like go up and look through it, and I can't see anything. Like, and it's locked too. Like if it was a normal door, it would just open, and we don't even have the key. So I have a feeling something's hiding in there. And then also, a little bit away from that door is my brown door, which is scary. It leads to like our little cellar basically under our basement, and it has like a dirt room, which I think a lot of older homes have that, but like it leads to this like little dirt area, and then below it, it's like a little room underneath our basement stairs. There's blue painting on the wall saying "push here," I don't know what that means. Maybe there's something hidden in there as well. And then also there's old newspapers in that room that I attempted to read, and it didn't really say anything, but there's a ton of old newspapers in that room, like scattered everywhere, that from like the 40s. That, the fact that no one's like cleaned that out, and like maybe if I can go get the newspapers and like see if I can read them, but like, ugh, ew. This is like gonna be a 30-minute video. This is just not gonna publish. Guys, you don't understand though. This is so scary. Like, that's the history on that basement, basically. There's a room we can't open with freaking jail bars, and there's a smaller room. Oh, also, one time my dad was in the basement, and my dad, okay, this is where I get really concerned, because my dad, out of all people, he does not believe in ghosts. Like, he will not, like, even if he literally had an experience himself, he will just not. He'd just say, like, oh, there's no logical explanation. One time he told me he was in the basement, and the brown door that has, like, the newspapers and the push here thing slammed shut. Wasn't the wind. It's not like he accidentally knocked it. It slammed shut. And then a couple minutes later, he's like, oh, wait, I was just kidding. That never happened. But I know my dad was telling me the truth. He didn't want to scare me. He didn't want to believe it himself. All right, guys, I think I have, like, one more story. Oh, I also feel cold drafts a lot in my house, and that's also possibly, like, just house settling, but, like, at the same time, that's a sign of a ghost. I will feel cold drafts all the time. Like, I'll feel like someone walked past me, almost like, okay, I just got one right here. I was doing this over here. I just got a cold draft. So I feel cold drafts all the time. And also, it could be our drain, because I feel like our drain's messed up in our shower, but in that bathroom that's very, like, weird, I will smell rotten egg. And that rotten egg is a sign of a ghost as well, like a devil, like a really angry spirit. And, like, I don't really feel like there's evil in our house, but I definitely feel like there's something in our house, but it's not evil. But, like, I will smell rotten egg occasionally, and it's not like it's always in there, like, it's just a smell that's in there, like, it's only sometimes. Ew. Creepy. Alright. God, I sound like Shane Dawson right now. I'm, like, having a conspiracy. Alright, guys, so... Okay. One last story. This one, honestly, isn't creepy. It almost makes me, like... just, like, curious. It also makes me kind of sad because... it just makes me think of my grandfather, but... Okay, one time I was sitting in the sitting room, and keep in mind the sitting room was the place that was added on. And one time I was sitting in the sitting room, and all of a sudden I looked to the hall, and this was in 2nd grade. This is a long time ago. Most of the experiences I've had in, like, the past 3 years, one time I was sitting in my sitting room, and this was in 2nd grade before, like, I, like, started, like, dialing into what's happening. So I believe right after 2nd grade that maybe... It's not my grandfather, but I know something. So in 2nd grade, right after my grandfather died, it was like a few months, I look, there's like a little door. I look, and I see this white figure. And it honestly, it gave me a rush, and I started crying because it was so heavy, and it wasn't a bad spirit. It was a very good spirit, and I have a feeling it was my grandfather watching over me. But it was right after he died, and I saw like just a white, it was almost like the dark figure, but it was just like a little like mist. But no, thank you. So it was like a mist, and it was almost like, I don't want to say shimmery, but it just had like a glow to it, and like, it gave me such a good feeling and a good presence, and I know that my grandfather was there watching over me. Alright, so I think that's a good place to end this really creepy, haunted video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, this is 100% true. I'm not making anything up. And congratulations if you watched this 30-minute video. Enjoy those noises in the back. Okay, guys, I'm being so paranoid. You have no idea. Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just really scared. I'm going to get out of here because I'm frightened. But thank you guys for watching that video. Maybe I'll do like an updated version if anything happens in the next few months. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you. Bye.